just like to start introducing ourselves. My name's Mark.
And I'm Stephen, and we have the pleasure of being John's best man.
Now, what was that? Now, if there's anybody here today who's feeling probably a little bit apprehensive, nervous, and queasy about what lies ahead, it's probably because she's just got herself married to John Hallam.
But before we quickly get started on John, we would just like to say that the bridesmaids are looking wonderful today, and I think you'll all agree that they're only outshone by our bride Emma, who's looking absolutely stunning.
We'd also like to take this opportunity to also thank Sue and Pete for all their hard work, and Mark as well, and how much effort you've put into tonight, and John's friends and family for being here and making such a special occasion. So thank you all very, very much.
Now, according to tradition, Mark and I are supposed to sing the groom's praises and tell you all about his many good points. But I'm afraid to say that I can't sing.
And I refuse to lie. What we are going to do though is just tell you a little bit how we came to know John, a few stories and home truths, and really give him 5 of the most awkward minutes of his life, which is pretty much what's going to be his revelation tonight. Nowadays, had this 40-day ban, so that 5 minutes would just cut down to 10 seconds.
Now, as we all know, John can be a bit of a lightweight. This we witnessed on the first night of John's stag do, where, now I'm not what goes on tour stays on tour. However, let's just say John had a little accident in the middle of the pub after just a few pints in a chilly shop. The bouncer took one look at him and the pile on the floor, and we were all out.
So we've actually got something for Emma for future preparation in life for John, and just wait 2 seconds. We have very important for life for John. So Emma.
I need things.
Now, I've been great friends with John since high school, and although he has always been a bit of a lightweight, he's always had the ability to carry on being the life of the party. Which reminds me of a time from when we were at a house party together, and John decided he was going to slide down some stairs head first, only to pass out halfway down. However, in true John fashion, within an hour he was back up and back at the party till the end to make sure it was a memorable night. Now, it probably won't come as much of a shock to you if I describe John in his younger years as loud, confident, and always wanted to be the centre of attention. And since we've grown up together, well, some things never change. But I have got some great memories from our school years, and one that stands out is John's outfit from the 6th form prom, where, despite the fact he'd been banned from going, he decided he was going to try and sneak in anyway, but wearing a bright white tuxedo. Really discreet, but he did tone it down a little bit for the next one. Since leaving school, we both went to different universities, and although we've always lived at different ends of the country, we always make the effort to try and meet up whenever possible, often reminiscing about one of our many nights out, or times like when we went windsurfing together, and we had to rescue John from the middle of the lake. Or times like when we went on a road trip down to Brighton for one of John's auditions, only to find out that he wasn't allowed guests, leaving out in the rain for hours. Cheers, John. But seriously, John, it really has been an honour to be one of your best friends today. You've been one of my closest friends for almost as long as I can remember, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know Emma over the last 3 years too. And I can honestly say I can't think of any 2 people that are more perfect for each other as you two. I think you bring out the best in him, which must take a lot of effort.
Well, in the early days of Denver, one of my favourite memories though was when he came to work one afternoon, and for those of you who probably do know John, he loves his game shows, he's got 3 in the pipeline at the moment. But we got us to watch him in a very famous game called, was it Robinson, was it, I think? What did it say? Possibly. And I just wanted to share something from his early days, because this made me completely laugh my arse off. To the point where, it's the first time I really met John, and it was about kind of judging his personality. We'll just share something with you today.
Oh, God.
God, what do you do?
I'm a student at the University of Gloucestershire.
Are you studying English?
I'm not studying English, I'm studying broadcast journalism.
Oh, even worse. What do you intend to do, having studied broadcasting?
Hopefully work on TV or radio,
Wouldn't you be better as a weather boy?
maybe.
Well, let's give you an audition. Put your board down. Tell us what the weather's going to be like today.
Today in England, we have a lot of sun. In Wales,
Wales isn't there.
okay, Wales, quite stormy. Up in bonny old Scotland, it's a bit cloudy, a bit overcast. In Ireland.
Sorry, where do you think Scotland is?
Up.
What?
The funny thing is, I was going around the world with this guy. You're going to need a map, to be honest. But, sorry, but that's what it is. But yeah, that was my first impression of John. Very much just actually, you could say, pink shirt, blue swan hair, diamond encrusted earring. You have to match that, obviously. Although my mother always brought me up quite proper, she always said, don't judge a book by its cover. And I'm so glad that I did, because he's one of my best friends. But in all honesty, nothing's changed. And again, what goes into or stays into it, but I've got to share something with them today. John insisted on this. It's absolutely unknown. But today, the princess is Emma, John. But since I've known John, we've been seriously competitive, fiercely competitive in fact, from days we started playing Time Crisis together. This is going back many, many years, back in Manchester. Again, I can't beat me at that, but still, top dog. To many hours of Super Mario Bros. Where my next door neighbour several times came banging on the door at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell us to shut up. So there's a few of those nights as well, but again, you came up top dog on that, I think, didn't you? Yeah, I was thinking about that. To the many days of the forest have been, we only went on one experience out there, but I just wanted to go for a leisurely drive. You just wanted to wear spandex. It was always competitive, no matter what you did. And then it was to our new vocation in life, which is golf. Shout out to the golf lads at the back there.
Golf.
We now golf. But we know how John is fiercely competitive, and as much as he would completely deny this, and trust me when I say it takes a lot of balls to play the way John does. And I've just got something to share with you because he will deny it. But I've got proof. Wait, you know John? Yeah, it takes a lot of balls. But no, mate, I love playing golf with you. We spent many hours down Shipton, and it's like one of my favourite pastimes now, so thank you very much for that. There's been many favourite times with John. This is going back quite a few years ago when I supported him in Paris Marathon. We call him Captain Crank. Obviously, one is dressed as a pirate, two is just cranky as you like. I'm sure you're supporting that one as well. He's a bit of a girl sometimes, but wins and tries to get his own way. But no, it was a brilliant weekend. And then a couple of years later, it went to the Berlin Marathon in 2008. This time we went to Rocky Balboa, and he did pack a punch this year. He had a really, really good time. So fair play. But one of my favourite memories from this weekend was that John took us out to the middle of nowhere in Germany. It took 2 or 3 hours to get out there. It felt like that anyway. It was really embarrassing because we were sitting on the train. But when we did get there, he took us to Hyde Park in Germany, and a fantastic experience, kind of. But he persisted on getting the tallest and fastest for the roller coaster in the ride, and I politely declined him. So I said, look, mate, I really can't. Seriously, I just can't do it. And he persisted. I didn't have a valid excuse not to actually go on the slide. Yes, that's a wheelchair. And yes, it's also a broken leg. But John being John persisted, and we actually wrestled myself out the cast to actually go on the slide. And it was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. Still to this day, I won't even go to a theme park with my girlfriend who's raving on about getting out there. I just can't do it. I'm fear factor massive. But being a good friend that John is, at the end of this roller coaster ride, we all stopped off and I was feeling sick as you like. Being a good friend that John is, he just basically laughed and took pictures. Not happy at all.
This is Mark throwing up, by the way.
Yeah. I didn't want to use those words, but I was very ill. But yeah, it was a great weekend, and it's one of my closest and fondest memories of him, despite the fact that I was feeling sick at the end of it. So, but there's been many good nights out as well. We've had plenty of nights out as painters and decorators. We look like a white bitch going on to what were we thinking? But John also found his other vocation on this night. He found he could actually dance really well with a paintbrush. You should have seen the other show. I thought I'd take it down a little bit. It was terrible. And there's another picture I didn't actually have, and it's a shame really because it was a Pimps and Hoes night, and John was certainly more hoe than he was pimp. But that's the thing he was doing, and I'm glad that you're with him now because you tamed the beast, and all the better for it. And I'm just going to finish off on one last picture, and I was on John's Facebook not so long ago, and I just thought it was a really, really beautiful picture of what their early future might look like. Oh, no, not that one. Or maybe that one. I know there's going to be many, many more nights. No, it's the next shot. It's this one here. Reason being, Emma, you're obviously still in bed, no makeup, and you're still gorgeous. So, you know, fair play, you've got a good one. No, not at all. You've got your metrosexual haircut, haven't you? But just to really finish on this, you know, after a few years of marriage with John, at least there's one person in that picture still going to be pleased to see him. So that's it. So I'm going to say thank you very much. I hope it's been okay. I'm going to pass you over to Stephen to toast the bride and groom.
Yeah, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, can you all please stand and raise your glass to toast to everyone.